Hope all are doing good. In the second unit, we are going to discuss about the B topic. The name of the lesson is What is a Player? The theme of second unit in your syllabus is Games and Sports. In that Games and Sports uh, theme, in second unit, the first lesson is True Height. True Height is about a player, a pole vaulter named Michael Stone, about his attitude and how he achieved success. And the second lesson is what is player. What is player is written by a lady poet. A lady poet is called poetess. 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 Named Jessica Taylor. In this lesson, she want to say what are the qualities of a player, how a player should behave in the playground in the normal life. Let us move to the lesson. Yes. What you can see on the screen? Yes, he is a MS Dhoni, a cricketer, that is a player. Let us know about the poetess. Jessica Taylor was born in Louisiana, USA, United States of America. What is the name of the poetess? Yes, Jessica Taylor. Where she born? She was born in Louisiana. Where is this Louisiana? It is in USA. She is a young poetess. She is a young poetess. She has developed her love for music and poetry at an early age. In her early ages itself, she has developed love and interest among music and poetry. Bit more the areas of music, that is, she is interested in music and poetry. Most of her poems have focused on emotional issues with an emotional touch. That is, some type of introspection and emotions like love, faith, like emotions. She has interest on emotional issues. Has interest on emotional issues. Her writings are on emotional things. Loneliness, I miss you, I hate, and I am worried are some of her popular poems. What are her other works? Yes, loneliness, I miss you, I hate, and I am worried are some of her popular poems. You say after me, loneliness, I miss you, I hate, and I am worried are the other works or other poems of Jessica Taylor. Let us move to the poem. First paragraph, that is the parts of prose are called paragraphs, whereas the parts of poem are stanza. Now we are moving to the first stanza. A player is one who doesn't give up at the sight of defeat. What are the qualities? What are the qualities a player should have? Yes, a player is one who doesn't give up at the sight of defeat, but learns from their mistakes and puts them beneath. A player is one who doesn't give up at the sound of the buzzer, always giving what they have from one side of the court to the other. Let us move to the uh, first line. A player is one. How a player should behave, what are the qualities of a player is he doesn't give up. A player doesn't give up at the sight of the defeat. At the sight of defeat, even though he know he is going to lose the match, he doesn't give up. Give up means leave, or he is making an effort. He doesn't stop making an effort to win the match, even though he is at the edge of the defeat. Defeat means loss or overcome or beat. That is, he is going to lose the match. He know that, but a true player, doesn't give up at that time also, but learns from their mistakes and puts them beneath. But a player learns from their mistakes, even though he missed the match, even though he uh, lost the match. He learns something from his mistakes. That is, he doesn't commit the same mistake in the next match. That is, our elders also say, committing mistake is not a sin, but uh, Not learning from the mistake is a sin. నేర్చుకోకుండా ఉండటం, తప్పు నుంచి నేర్చుకోకపోవటం పెద్ద నేరం కానీ తప్పు చేయడం అనేది నేరం కాదు. ప్లేయర్ is one, he learns something from the mistakes and keep them as his, here beneath means at lower level, that is he kept them and in his experiences. A player is one who doesn't give up at the sound of the buzzer. Buzzer means an electric device that makes buzzing noise are used for signaling. That is, at the end of the match, you will hear a buzzer sound. That is the signal for closing the match, isn't it? A player is one, even though the match is closed, even though the match was over, player doesn't give up his thoughts or plans about the plan, about the play, about his particular game. For example, a cricketer is there. For example, he defeated in the Australian match. Even though he defeated in that match, he doesn't give up that match. What he will do? He will remind the mistakes in his match and he will keep them in their experiences, keep those mistakes as his experiences, and he doesn't commit those mistakes in the next matches. And even though at the end of the match also, even though the match is over, even though the match was over, he doesn't move, that is his mind doesn't move from the match, that is his mind keep on thinking about the game, isn't it? What my point? That is, he doesn't give up. ఏ టైంలో అయినా సరే అతను ఎప్పుడు చూసినా ఆ ఆట గురించి ఆలోచిస్తాడు, ఆట గురించే ప్రాక్టీస్ గురించి ఆలోచిస్తుంటాడు. నేనేం తప్పులు చేశాను, ఈ తప్పులు నెక్స్ట్ టైం నేను మిస్ కాకుండా జాగ్రత్తగా వీటిని తప్పు చేయకుండా నేను ఆడుకోవాలి, ఇలాగా చేస్తాడు. వాట్ మై పాయింట్? ఓకే, here you can see a picture of a buzzer. Yes, this is the buzzer. A player is one who doesn't give up at the sound of the buzzer. Okay, let us move to the second stanza. A player is one who doesn't whine about their playtime. A player is one who doesn't whine about their playtime because a player knows it's an unacceptable crime. A player is one who practices game speed, always keeping in mind that their shots are not guaranteed. A player is one who doesn't whine about their playtime. Whine means complain or give or make a long high pitch of complaining cry. For example, in one match, one particular player is going to lose the match. If the player started, no, the match started very lately, and like that, he should not complain. A real player knows that complaining is a bad thing. It is a crime. Let us move to the first line. You can understand very easily now. A player is one. What is the quality of a player? Who doesn't whine? Whine means complain. About what? About the playtime. About that playtime, that particular playtime, about the committing of the time, or the night time or morning time, whatever may be. He should not complain on that time. This time is not comfortable for me to play, so I defeated, so I lost the match. In this way, a true player doesn't complain. Because why he doesn't complain? Because a player knows it is an unacceptable crime. Complaining is an unacceptable. Unacceptable crime means here unlawful act. It is a crime in his sense, a true player sense. Because in games and sports, there will be sporting spirit. In that sporting spirit, there will be some laws, rules and regulations for every game. In that games or sports, a player should not complain on the co-player or on the empire or judge, etc. A true player knows this thing very much. A player is one who practices game speed, and he always practices the game speed. and always keeping in mind that their shots are not guaranteed. Even though he applies new techniques, he knows that this, even though he applied for a new technique, he don't know that the opponent also is ready with that same trick. So his new tricks or his new plans are not guaranteed in the playground because the opponent may already know it. So he always investigate for the new techniques. Here you can see the umpiring. Here the umpiring and the fielding. For example, here a player says, player may feel that yes, I am in the right position. Now I will get a six. But at the same time, these fielders are ready to catch that sixer or boundary, isn't it? So the player knows that his shots are not guaranteed for the result. Got my point? That is, opponent is also that much strong. So his games is not a complete one. There may be another new point he know very well. That is, the player knows about the mm, game speed and his shots are not guaranteed. Here also you can see sporting spirit, sports spirit. A player is one who doesn't mind about, of course. Here you can see, here he is going to kick the ball. He may have the confidence that this he kicks the ball in proper way, but he is very much confident that he can catch the ball, he can hold the ball, or he can stop the ball. So this player knows that his shots are not guaranteed. Got my point? His shots are not guaranteed. That is, he has to invest a new techniques. Let us move to the third stanza. What is the third stanza? A player is one who doesn't settle for anything less. Of course, I have no that much talent. These are not the qualities of a player. He doesn't lower himself. Okay, even knowing that they are not the best. At the same time, he doesn't think a lot about the opponents. They are the best and I am the last. I am the least. He won't think like that. He is in a neutral position. A true player always will be in a neutral position about his weaknesses and strengths. They will be the one you see outside practicing. You can see a lot of players outside the outside practicing their game speed, their game techniques. If you see in the stadiums or in the outskirts of a village, some players with very much dedication, they keep on practicing. In my village, in the morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock time, some athletes, they practices that running, jogging, and kabaddi, and some volleyball in the evening time. They practices their game speeds and their techniques. So a player is one who sees outside practicing day or night, rain or shine. He doesn't give up or he does not postpone his practice, even though it is a sunny day, or it is a night time, or it is a rain or shine. Here shine means sunny day. They are the ones running and running about, running on the HURT, HURT, ankles. That is, even though his ankles are paining while playing, they may get some uh, problems in the legs muscles, in the ankles, in the knees, isn't it? Even though they have hurt ankles, they keep on practicing, admitting that they are fine. They give suggestions to his brain that okay, I'm okay, I can run, I can practice, like that. That is the sports spirit. He doesn't give up at any time the practice. This is the theme of this stanza. Let us move to the third stanza once again. I want to repeat this once again. A player is one who doesn't settle at anything less. That is, he doesn't make himself less, and at the same time, he doesn't make the opponent as the best one. He doesn't opinion. He doesn't have opinion that he is a low person and he is a best person, or the opponent is a least person or a best person. At the same time, he keep on practices his game speed, his techniques in his game, even though it is day or night or rain or shine, even though his ankles are hurting, even though he has some problem, day or night or rain or shine, he doesn't give up his game spirit. Look at here, some players are practicing their game speed. They are the ones running on hurt ankles, even though they have pain. Here, if this person has pain here, and he has knee pain like that. He has pain in the palm. Even though they have pain, even though they have pain and hurt ankles, admitting they are fine. Now to the last stanza, fourth stanza. A player is one who has a strong, sensible mind, never pondering about failing, only contemplating prevailing. A player is one who doesn't chicken out, who wants to be in the game when everything counts. Now that is a true player. A player is one. What is the another quality of a player? Who has a strong, sensible mind. Who has strong mind, even though he lose the match, even though he did not win the match, he doesn't feel. That is, he has strong. That is a sporting spirit, sports spirit. He has some sports spirit. Okay, and sensible mind. He has some sense. If he got success, he doesn't fly in the sky. If he's got defeat, he doesn't commit suicide. Okay, that he has some sensible mind, never pondering about failing, only contemplating prevailing. What is pondering? Think or making a conclusion, thinking about something carefully about a period of time. For example, if he won a match, he doesn't ponder about it. He doesn't keep on think about his winning, the praises of higher officials, the praises of the media, everything. He doesn't ponder. That is, he doesn't think for a long time about the result of a game. For example, if he commit a defeat, if he lost the match, at that time also he doesn't think for a lot of time about that defeat, but he continue his practice. He contemplate contemplating prevailing, considering about, and the meaning of prevailing is having most appeal or influence. That is, there will be no influence, a lot of influence on his mind. There will be no lot of influence on his mind for a true player. A player is one who doesn't chicken out. Chicken out means not here chicken. There chicken out means to decide not to do something because of fear. Of course, I am going to lose the match. What is the use of playing now? Okay, I am going to say, okay, I lost the match. No, a true player doesn't chicken out, not decide to not to do something. He doesn't decide not to do something because of fear. భయంతో నేను ఇది చేయలేనులే, నా వల్ల కాదులే అని ఎప్పుడు అనుకోడు. A true player. A player is one who doesn't chicken out. పారిపోడు అట్మాస్ఫియర్ నుంచి, నా వల్ల కాదులే అని భయంతో పారిపోడంట. Who wants to be in the game when everything counts? He wants to be at the end of the match till the last second of the match. Now that is a true player. That is a true player. So these are the qualities of a true player. What are the qualities of a true player? He doesn't give up. He practices game speed. Even though he is the best, he doesn't think he is the best, and he doesn't think he is a least person, and he doesn't obey that he is the best person in that game, because he know the opponent's strengths also. At the same time, he even though he commit mistakes, he keep those mistakes as their experiences, and he doesn't commit the same mistake in the in the next matches, and he doesn't think about win, that is, he doesn't think a lot of time about the result of any game. Of course, okay, we got a medal here, okay, I lost the match here, okay, that's all, and he is ready for the next match. Those are the qualities of a true player. Okay, thank you.